Speaking before the Department of Justice literally just moments ago, President Trump set out his vision for how crime is going to be handled under his administration. And as you well know, the president has previously been at odds with the Department of Justice under the Biden administration, saying that it was weaponized against him. But with President Trump back in the office, what are his plans? What are his plans for the DOJ? Well, here to discuss this and more is Congressman Mark Harris. He's a member of the House Judiciary Committee, as well as a couple of other committees, including the Education Workforce. He represents North Carolina's 8th Congressional District. Congressman Harris, welcome back to Washington Watch. Great to see you, my friend.
Hey, Jody, it's great to see you. Thank you for having me this evening.
Always an honor. All right, listen, we've got a lot to talk about in just a short period of time. But President Trump has previously criticized the Department of Justice as being weaponized as a tool, a political tool against him. And Attorney General Pam Bondi has stressed the need to depoliticize the department. So how do you think President Trump is addressing this concern? What can we look for in his administration?
Well, I think that it's like every situation. When you've got a leader who is setting the tone, a leader like President Trump that's making clear the vision that he has, and then you've got somebody of extreme competence like Pam Bondi, who shares that vision and understands it. She's been a part of the legal profession for many, many years as Attorney General, of course, there in Florida. And she knows what needs to be done. And I think that being able to depoliticize this, that individuals are not going to have to worry that based on your political persuasion, whether or not you need to be constantly looking over your shoulder about charges being brought against you or criminal charges. We've seen this Department of Justice absolutely out of hand over the last 4 years. President Trump ran on this issue. He made it perfectly clear in the campaign that there had to be an end to this lawfare where really you just tried to stall. You tried to keep people on the sidelines. You tried to impugn people's reputation and their character. And he's calling for a halt to that. And I, for one, am certainly glad that he's stepping up and doing it.
Yeah, you along with millions of others. You know, I mean, our country is so based upon the rule of law, and we have gotten so far away from that. And for this move to literally restore law and order, it ought to be something that everyone celebrates. So what do you say to those, Congressman Mark Harris, who are critical of Trump's decision to purge certain members of the Department of Justice? Is he on the right track to restore or depoliticize this department?
Sure. I think he's on the right track. I mean, when you look at it's a whole spectrum of things that Congress is even looking at doing. And we've had already hearings and conversations that have gone on, a markup of a bill there in the Judiciary Committee that basically is going to allow individuals that are attacked or gone after by local district attorneys or even state attorney generals and allow those cases to automatically get into the federal courts where they can get a hearing and where they eventually can work their way up, perhaps even to the Supreme Court if necessary. But, you know, you see people in these local district attorney races and even state attorney general races that are running with the whole concept of what they're going to do to a political opponent, what they're going to do to somebody that they disagree with politically. And that's extremely dangerous. And that's just one example of things that we're going to try to do to help bring down the temperature in this whole mess of where the Justice Department had gotten off track. And I think that, again, Pam Bondi, I think you can look at Kash Patel at the FBI. And the work that they're doing is going to be important in trying to make sure that those that are employed there understand that responsibility. The confidence that the American people have in our system of justice is foundational to the whole system that we have. And we've talked about that with election integrity. We talk about that with the system of justice. Every piece is so important. And restoring confidence in the American people is something that President Trump, I think, has set out as a goal. I frankly think it's something that he is able to do by winning the election the way he did this past November. He got a mandate by the voters giving us a majority in the U.S. House, by flipping the Senate and giving us a majority there. Really and truly, I think they're looking to President Trump with a sense of expectation, but also with a sense of confidence that we are going to restore really our system of justice to where it needs to be.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. If we can, let's turn real quickly here in the last couple of minutes that we have to the CR that's taking place in the Senate. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said he's going to support it. What do you make of that? It seems to me that there's quite a battle taking place among the Democratic Party right now. Your thoughts?
I think it is a battle that's going on from within in a big way. Let me tell you something, Jody. They said it couldn't be done. The left and their media that was in their pocket were already writing the narratives about how Republicans couldn't govern, that we were going to implode, that we wouldn't be able to come together. And what we've seen happen in the last couple of weeks with the budget resolution, and then what we just saw this week on Tuesday evening with the CR, is we saw Republicans that are standing united. We're working with the president. I mean, that whole process, the president was heavily involved, working alongside Speaker Johnson. He was very, very, I would say, very intelligently working with all the groups within the House to pull that thing together. And it was a great, great bill. You know, a lot of folks don't like CRs. I don't like CRs. It's not the way to do it. But yet we were in a situation. We were facing a situation where the president needed time to continue to do what he was doing. We needed time to get our act together with a budget reconciliation. And this CR is going to give us that. And the beauty of it is, as hard as it is to have to vote for a CR, this is one that actually was a net cut in spending. I think it was around $7 billion, did away with earmarks. It certainly was not loaded up with other things. When is the last time that you saw a CR that was passed that actually cut spending? It's amazing.
And this is step one of the. We have reconciliation and so forth. A lot more spending cuts coming.
Yes.
Congressman Mark Harris, as we have been talking, the Senate just cleared the 60-vote majority on the spending measures, so they will be voting before midnight. And it appears, if they have 60 to pass that hurdle, it appears as though the aversion of government shutdown is going to be taking place tonight. So it's good news. Even while you and I have been talking, we need to get you on the program more. Good news happens when you come on here with Washington Watch.
Well,
I do know that. It's great news. Hakeem Jeffries has been trying to urge the Senate not to vote for this. Again, I think it's just more an example of the Democrats fracturing among themselves. 30 seconds or so, your final thoughts on this.
Yes, sir. They are leaderless right now. They don't have a vision right now. They are in absolute chaos. They've kind of turned on their own. I think I heard in the last 24 hours that AOC is being encouraged to challenge Chuck Schumer for that Senate seat. I don't know if she's going to do that or not. I don't know what's going to happen. But they right now had never planned on Republicans being able to govern and hang together and work together and do what we've said we were going to do. President Trump has been leading the way in that, and we're shrinking the size of government, and we're doing the things that we said we were going to do.
It's exciting. Congressman Mark Harris of North Carolina, always great to see you. Keep the torch ablaze. Have a great weekend, my friend.
Thank you, Jody. God bless you, buddy.